I made this simple tool a while back, but never really used it. And so I'd like to see if I can modify it some and make it a bit more user-friendly for what I need. Basically, I want a helper for when I make very tight offsets on my tongs. Rather than having that pipe on an angle, I'd like to flatten it out in relation to the anvil face. I also want to round off the bottom edge. And I cut some off to reduce the shank length, make it a little bit lower to my anvil face. Might remove more, but I'll first use a plate as a step and see. So the back pressure will be important for me to be hands-free when working on a tong blank. As it is, it's a little bit too sloppy. There's a lot of different ways to go about this, and you could even just do it freehand over the anvil edge, but I need to be a little bit more consistent. It's not always easy to make consistently tight or abrupt offsets, especially when freehand hammering. I need to give a shout out to two guys for their recent donations to the channel. They are Kirk and Benedict Newmeyer. Thanks so much, fellas. The higher temporary step plate works a little bit better for what I need on this tong. I might round the edge of this set hammer a bit more, or use a fuller, but temporarily I'll just use a piece of round. I really need to make myself more top fullers. The round helps to smooth out the transition some and define it a little bit more. These blanks here are going to be one of my Farrier flat style. And for this style, that offset is important for me. I try using my larger flatter this time. It might not look like much, but it's a good start, and subsequent heats are much easier. Now you can really see the tight offset taking shape, and when I work on the jaw, eventually, that'll become even more pronounced. So far, so good with this tool. It's definitely something I'll use now, and I'll probably just shorten the shank a little bit. I fuller the back end of the pivot area, or what will eventually become the boss. So from this point forward, when I do get to it, this tong will take shape in a very pleasing way. And doing final adjustments will be much easier. Just a piece of pipe welded onto a hardy shank and with a few adjustments. Nothing fancy, but I guess that's the GS Tongs way. That's all for now. I appreciate everyone who watches and supports the channel. We've got a lot more fooling around to do.